My grandchildren didn't stand a chance against these officials that make money off of people who, the earliest ages they can get them involved in their court situation. The second article, written by Scruggs, a black lady for the Plain Dealer, said punishment doesn't protect grandchildren, but in this article it clearly stated that I was right about what happened to my granddaughter and where it happened in Jennifer Kidwell and Clifford Eugene Smith's hands. He went from needing to kill my granddaughter for the people who did all this to us, to destroying the community with his meth lab. I've been talking to Carl Monday, Akron Beacon Journal, and I'm wondering if you guys will see anything about this. They printed the smallest obituary for my granddaughter. That was it. Not even cause of death, because people would question it, and they thought they could just slip this right by. My granddaughter asked me where I've been for the last 10 years. I didn't want to tell you what I have suffered because I don't want the focus to go off of them. And now that she's dead. But they were so busy making up false things against me because I didn't have a record. When I began this, I had a $50 marijuana charge 10 years prior. But they couldn't use it against me because it wasn't anything. It was $50. But they tried to write it up in the newspaper cleverly so that people didn't know what was that amount. I did 9 months for such a petty crime. In the meanwhile, Children's Services decided to put my daughter with my sister Lisa Dawson and Ronnie Dawson of Norton, Ohio. My sister had brutally attacked me at my mother's house at 458 Alpha Avenue, Akron, Ohio, on the year that my father, Clifford Harold Kidwell, died of cancer. She was so enraged because I went to his bedside at the hospital because he asked me to forgive him. And I did. They were filled with anger, including my mother, that I not only went to him and walked the whole way from Ellet to Akron Hospital to see my father, but then he died 3 days later in a cancer hospital in New York. My sister showed that not only did she come and attack me on the day at my mother's house and cause me to end up at Dr. Abdi in Ellet, who was my family physician, who told me one more blow to my head as she bashed my head into the furniture, which was all wooden, that she was going to kill me. He said one more blow would have done it, and that the person who did this was insane. And this is who Children's Services put my daughter with. And in turn, my sister, in her jealousy for my success and my looks compared to theirs, my sisters, that they would find a way to destroy me if they had to destroy my daughter. Effectively, the system, the judges, the attorneys agreed. They clearly sent Clifford Smith back over to see Ashley I had spoken to her November 1st, 5 months before she passed away, and told her the truth. So she must have began to speak that truth, and they got scared. Because as I called the coroner's office, and he said it was an overdose, that she must have just found these. But funny, my daughter is addicted to them. She didn't find them. They gave them to her, maybe even forcefully. I wouldn't doubt it. And then they took her out to pay me back. I never thought the truth would be so painful. I didn't care what I suffered, but I do care what they suffered. They threw me in a jail for interfering with custody, and then when I got out, they sent someone who was a very bad person to me, claiming that he would get my grandkids if I married him. His name was Bobby Nutt Jr. Then when this person became a good person because of my influence, as I tried to get away from them, but he finally told me that Federal Bureau came to him in a prison and said, "You do this or you'll never get out." And he agreed, but once he saw what they had put me through, he could no longer want to be part of it. And they killed him in front of me in a car wreck in Upper Sandusky, Ohio in 2003. I only wish to be restored beside my grandchildren by taking the steps to show all of you what we have allowed and what has gone wrong and what we must do to change it. And I'm sorry I didn't create this, but there's only one way to stop them, and that is to stop them. The judges, the doctors, the ones that put the portions in the foods that kill you, and the ones that put the poison in your mind to deceive you, and the ones that alter your future because they want it all. Not only did I go to prison, but Bob Graham and Tom Woods of Tangier, Florida, and Bob Graham of Orlando, Florida, decided it was okay to make an attempt on my life and have a substance poured on my step that tore my glutamaxillum, which doctors claimed I was not going to ever walk and I wasn't ever going to sit. And even though I have a problem with it, and I had a bubble of blood on the side of me, and I bled internally, they did not kill me yet. I don't believe that God ordains their decision making. But my granddaughter's death is a call to all of you by me and her from her grave to wise up America. We must change what is wrong, because they never will. They take my cars and my money. They leave me hopelessly trying to find the answer to even be able to leave to get help from another country. is to stop this from ever happening. Thank you for anyone that would consider putting my sweet, beautiful granddaughter in a beautiful mortuary. God bless all.